Hello students, welcome back to Mathfish Java programming tutorials. In this video, I'll discuss the methods concat, split and plus operator of string class. The contents are list of instance methods of string class, syntax and programs of concat and plus operator, syntax of split method, then practice exercise. So far we've seen 15 methods, instance methods. In this video, last 3 methods we will see in the Java environment. Let us understand concat method and then a program also we'll see. Syntax of concat method is concat string. It returns a string. Concat is a method name. String is a parameter. It joins two strings and returns a new string. Joins two strings because concat is an instance method. It will be called from an object. Let's suppose object is A, B, C. A dot concat or B dot concat. Contents of A or B are joined with the string parameter and returns a new string, joined string. And this method does not add spaces in between the joining strings. For example, join first name and last name, store in full name and display. This is the problem statement. In that case, first name is, let's assume, Aman. Last name is Kaur. There is no space. We need to add spaces. So I can use first name equals to first name dot concat add a space. So concat is an instance method. So first name is an instance of string or object of string class. So first name dot concat. So whatever is there in first name, that is Aman, should be added with or joined with a space and store it back in first name only. So our first name is ready with a space. Now we need to store in some full name. So string another object full name equals to already first name is ready with a space, first name dot concat again, but this time last name. This is also an object. So what we are doing, first name dot concat, first name should be joined with the last name. Aman space must be joined with Kaur and store it back in full name. And then we can print full name. System.out.println. Control K and execute the program. Okay. Aman space Kaur in full name. This is about concat method. Concat method can join strings only, but plus operator can join strings, numbers, everything. Let's see. Operator joins strings just like concat, but it can use operator overloading concept also. Lesson 30 I have discussed this operator overloading concept elaborately. Link is given in the description box. Now, joining two strings is the first type we will see. Joining numbers and strings, and then operator overloading concept. Now, string A is hello. We want to add A to another string. A is an object of string class. Now, let's take another one. String B is equal to A plus A has hello. And there is a space here. A plus how are you? How are you? Okay. This A is an object of string class. How are you is a literal. We can have how are you in another object. We can add A plus C or something like that also. So string B equals to A plus how are you. Hello, how are you? So let's print B and then execute the program and see. Hello, how are you? Two strings are added. Now we want to add strings as well as numbers. Joining numbers and strings is like this. Let's assume string x is equal to I read this chapter. And int num is 2 or 3 or whatever it may be. We want to join these two. One is a number, second one is a string. In that case, let's do string y equals to x plus num. X is I read this chapter with a space. And num, I read this chapter too. Let's add one more literal times. So I read this chapter 2 times. So here we are adding or joining numbers as well as strings, literals, objects, everything is possible. So here let's print not be y. So control K and then execute the program and see. Two statements in output. Hello, how are you? I read this chapter 2 times. This is adding or joining two strings, joining string as well as number. Now, operator overloading in print statement of Java. Some int n1 is equal to 10, n2 equals to 20, let's suppose. Two variables are there. And in System.out.println, we want to use n1 plus n2. So far we have seen two strings or numbers are being added because of plus operator, but n1 is integer, n2 is integer, plus behaves like addition operator. Okay, control K. So three statements in the output. Let's execute and see. Here, hello, how are you? I read this chapter 2 times. 10 plus 20 is 30. So, operator overloading concept. Now, let us see two programs, reversing a number, reversing a string-based number. Now, reversing a number, program to reverse a number, enter a number n, int n, sc.nextInt. For most of the numbers, it works. Reversing is fine with the logic which I have explained in lesson number 22. But if a number is ending with 0 or couple of zeros, reverse number will be not 052, but just 52. Because number leading with 0 has no meaning. So Java gives only 52. But sometimes we need 0, 5, 2. So the program which I have discussed, I have written here rev is equal to 0, d equals to 0, 0, d is digit, reverse number is stored in rev. Every time n modulo 10 is extracting the last digit and rev into 10 plus d, n is equal to end of this program, which I have explained elaborately in lesson 22. Now, what does it display? Let's see this. Reversing a number, let's assume we have given one 152. Enter a number 152. It returns 251. This is perfect. But if we have any number ending with 0 or zeros, let's suppose 2500, it returns 52, not leading zeros. How to get these zeros? We will see in the second program, that is reverse a string. Okay. Here, program to reverse a number, enter a number, string A, not int. String A is equal to sc dot next, but not sc dot next int. We are reading a number as a string. In that case, let's suppose A is 250 and its index is 0, 1, 2. What we want to do is create an empty string, first of all, which I have discussed in lesson 61. We are utilizing that. Find the length of the object, that is a dot length. Start a for loop. Extract and add the characters to the empty string. How do we do that? Let's take string rev equals to no space empty string. If we create like that, we can append or add characters. How do we add characters? First of all, we find the length is equal to A is the object of string class. So I am using length method, not an array. So method we use. Now we want to process starting from end till the beginning. That is 2 index to 0 index. When we find the length, it gives 3 if I give 250 as input. So for int I is equal to len minus 1. Why length minus 1? 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 is a proper index. Then I greater than equals to 0. We want to process from second index to 0 index. And then I minus minus. We are running a loop in such a way that going from last to first. Every time we will be saying rev plus is equal to, or rev is equal to rev plus operator we are using here, rev plus a dot char at I. Caret function, what does it do? It returns a character at ith position. What is I? Len minus 1. So character at 2 is 0. Then character at 1 minus minus. Character 1 is 5. Characters at 0 index is 2. Every time we are adding. We are adding. Outside the for loop, we print System.out.println rev, whatever is there in reverse. But this program is not so good. It is not memory friendly, but let's execute and then understand why it is not memory friendly. So reverse a string. Assume input is 250. It is returning 052, unlike 52 in the previous program. But what if it is a bigger number? It reverses, but every time it creates a new object. Every time it creates a new object. Because string is immutable and plus operator is a operator on string class. So how let's make this statement inside the for loop and see and give a bigger number every time a new object is being created. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And see, it is kind of pattern it is making. 8, 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, another object. 765. Then another. So many objects it is creating. So we better use two-char array method, convert into character array, and then reverse, or string buffer class append method, which creates only one object, keeps on appending to that particular object only. This we can do, but kind of it is displaying a pattern. Now let us understand split method of string class. Split method splits a string into string array by taking an expression as a parameter. The syntax is string square brackets. It is returning a string array. Split is a method. It takes expression as a parameter. What is expression we will understand in the second example, which I'm going to give right now. Expression in double quotes. Split is an instance method, so we need to call with the help of an object. Now let's see a problem statement. Initialize a string with, this is a good book, I read it twice. Now the task is display each word separately. Means this is a good, each word separately. And second task is display each sentence separately. Sentence is start ending with a full stop, let's suppose. This is a good book in one line. I read it twice in one more line. Sentence wise. So for that, first of all, we need to learn the syntax of split, find the length, run a loop, and print the contents of the string array, because split returns a string array. How do we do that? We need to take an array, string some s square brackets, it is a string array, which is using this syntax str.split, and the expression is a space, not a string. I'm talking about expression. What does it do? Takes the object str, splits the contents in such a way whenever there is a space, it takes that word and stores in s of 0 array. Then s of 1 will have is, then a, then good, then book, and so on and so forth. So this already does it. And we need to print, let's suppose, the contents of the array. For that, we run a loop, find the length, first of all, run a loop, print the contents of the string array. Very easy. How do we do that? First of all, we take int len, I'm writing the code, is equal to s dot length. S is an array. So s dot length, no need of parenthesis. And then simple for loop, int I equals to 0, I less than len. Len is s dot length, right? I plus plus, and then here we print System.out.println s of I, because s has a split array now. So I is 0, s of I is this, in the s, this is good, a good book is done. So control K, and then execute the split method. See the output, this is a good book dot I read it twice. Words are displayed because wherever there is a space, we ask the function to split it up. Let's assume we have given A. Wherever A is there, split it up. So A will not be displayed till A, it has to split. So this is space will be one index, that is 0 index of S. Then A is not there. Space good book I read. Till here, another part. A will be removed and DIT twice. This is three parts it does. Split. Control K. Just I have changed over here. Rest everything I am just printing whatever is there in S array. Okay. And then see, this is space. A good space is there here. Good book, A is removed. I read it, A is removed, and then, so this is what is split. But let's suppose I want to split wherever there is a dot. Control K, it does not work because expression. Okay, let's execute and try to see the output, but there will not be any output. It is executed, no output is given. So what is the problem? Because it is an expression. Expression means operators, special the characters will not be used. Expression, not a string. So in order to negate the special meaning of dot operator, this is an operator. So special meaning is there. It won't take it. We put a backslash, that is escape sequence. Escape sequence also has a special meaning. So we need to give another escape sequence. In that case, it works. Control K. We want to display each sentence separately. And split, I am executing this program now. See, this is a good book. That full stop is removed, and starting with a space, we can use trim method to remove, but we got two sentences here. This is about split method. Let us see a practice exercise based on concat, split, and plus operator. Read two strings, concatenate them. Then hello with how are you. Then hands-on dot concat exercise. Guess output. Read string with more than 2 words and split at each space in display. Display a menu with the following options: reverse a string, check a string is palindrome or not, exit. Depending on the choice, do the needful. Refer chapter 8 of Essentials of Computer Applications for further understanding and practice exercises. The next video is about programs using instance methods of string class. We'll see a couple of videos, usage of the instance methods in programs. Thank you.